All right, here at Rivers West Ranch today, I am going to put the canoe in down in the Clear Fork and go fish brush piles for flathead, or for catfish in general, but trying to target flathead. And we'll see how it goes, but fixing to do one of my favorite parts of flathead fishing, and it's catch bait. Call it jerk and perch. Fixing to go try to catch green sunfish, bluegill, brim, whatever. Just small panfish that are legal Texas bait. Can't use crappie and black bass and sand bass and that kind of stuff. We can use what we call perch for the most part. There probably most of them aren't actually perch, but it'll be all right. Catfish don't care. So anyway, I'm here at one of the ponds at Rivers West Ranch, or here in Texas as we call them, tanks. And I'm going to try to get my bait right here and then head down to the river. And this is, the smallest I'll probably keep. This is the size that I'd like to kind of put into the brush piles. Just a smaller bait. Catching the bait, obviously a big part of the gig, but it can end up consuming your whole trip if the bait's hard to get. Then you got to keep the bait alive. You can use it dead, but I prefer live bait. Mostly because, a couple reasons. Mostly because I do think flathead like live bait, and I know they eat cut bait, I know they eat dead stuff, but I believe that they prefer live, and so I prefer live. Also, typically it's a little bigger when it's live because it's not in small pieces because you haven't cut it. It doesn't draw turtles as bad, but it kind of weeds out some of the smaller fish, the channel cat and blues and stuff like that, the smaller blues and channels, even smaller flathead. It weeds some of them out because when you're putting fish on the size of your hand, a 2-pound, 3-pound channel cat can't eat that. So the beauty of it is it weeds out some of the small stuff also. All right, I got a couple hogs up here, 80 yards, 100 yards. I'm going to see how close I can get stalking them. Pretty windy, so the wind should cover my sound. My smell's blowing that way, they're over here. So we'll just see. Let me turn you around. One of the number one things you got to focus on when you're stalking herd animals that herd up, is you got to keep your head on a swivel. Make sure you don't get busted by something else, because it's so easy to fixate on what you're stalking and forget that there's potentially a whole bunch more of them, and it's real easy to get busted and blow them out. The wind just changed. It just started blowing that way, so it's eddying around, not good. And now it's blowing straight towards them. And I got an ant on my leg. When the wind is doing weird stuff, a lot of times that makes me just push the envelope. I'm just going to go ahead and try to get it done, see what I can do before the wind gives me up. Okay, yeah, after a long bit of perch chasing, I've got enough bait now. I think I got 14 or 15. I did get preoccupied at one location doing a pig stalk. I seen a couple pigs and wanted to get out and put a stalk on them, see how close I could get. And so I spent probably 15 minutes jacking around with that, so I lost more time there. And I think I ended up getting about 10 yards from the biggest pig. And yeah, cool stuff, but nonetheless, I got my bait. Now I gotta hustle back down, or hustle down rather, to the river and get my bait in the water so they don't die, because this hot temperatures like this, I didn't bring an aerator, just got them in a 5-gallon bucket, in a minute bucket, inside of a 5-gallon bucket. And yeah, this sloshing around and the heat, it jacks them up pretty quick, so I gotta hustle down there and get them in the water. Then I gotta get the canoe unloaded and get the motor on the canoe and get the gas tank down and get it hooked up. And so I got my work cut out for me. It is 20 after 4, 4:19, no, 4:20 just turned. Oh man, these roads. So anyway, I'm hoping to be fishing 5-ish or so. Well, I'm still running. I've probably come, I don't know, maybe 2 miles since I left the pickup. And I've gone by a lot of good looking stuff. The sun's still pretty high, so I'm really in no big rush to start soaking bait, unless I just see a really good brush pile that I can drop some bait down in. And anyway, I'm just feeling things out and seeing what we're gonna have to work with. All right, I think we're at our 4th brush pile and haven't caught anything since that one little old channel cat. So probably be our last pile before we go down and fish a rocky bank down about a mile down. Some nice rocks right there past this brush pile, but I want to get closer to the pickup so that when I settle into fish, I'll be able to get out of here without too much issue. I don't have a lot of light with me, so getting out in the dark is going to be kind of a pain. So the less river I have to travel in the dark, the better. So anywho, we'll probably give this 15-20 minutes and see what happens. All right, fish on. He's in the thick. Ooh. Oh, what do we got? What do we got? Oh, we got a flathead, kids. He's not big. Oh, but he's nice. Oh, yes, sir. Come here, boy. I love it when it works like it's supposed to work. What is he, 8 pounds probably? A little 8-pound flathead. Did just like he was supposed to. All right, now he's going back into the junk. I bet you that's the fish that I had just a few minutes ago. Cool your jets, bro. Cool your jets. Ah, yeah. Circle, look out. All right. All right. That is Polydictus olivaris, little flathead. He's just a little baby guy, pretty little fella. Really good eating size, but I'm not here to eat. I'm just here to see if I can figure him out. Yeah, probably turn him loose there. Probably head on down to them rocks and see if I can pull anything out of there. Again, it's sun's getting low. It's after 7, and I want to have as short a trip back to the pickup tonight as possible. So we're gonna roll up and start making our way towards that rock bank. But either way you slice it, I feel pretty happy. I enjoy targeting something specific, and a flathead is yeah, they're easy to catch to a degree, but they're not. And so to target them, go out and get them, it always just makes me feel pretty darn skippy. By far, not a big fish. I mean, just a little guy, but flathead. So, all right, I'm gonna turn you guys off, get this other rig brought in, and we're gonna head downriver. All right, this is the area that I'm gonna fish, but I just seen something that I thought was pretty cool here. So I'm gonna have to run up here on the shore. And go get it. Right there on the rock, there's a deadhead. He's not real big. He's got decent mass, but I've had a rough year on horns, so I'll take it. He's actually a lot nicer than I thought he was. Pretty good deer. Float off. Yeah. And it's trying to. Come here, boat. So actually, pretty cool looking deer. He's really beaded, really gnarly beaded. And yeah, I like the way his main beam's hooked back in and come pretty close to touching here in the middle. Got really nice threes, but the beading on here, super cool. So yeah, that's a heck of a score. He's got good mass, just a good looking deer. Obviously no idea what happened to him, but whatever it was, he didn't make it. And I keep getting picked up on this rig. He just keeps picking up and running a little ways and dropping it. I keep almost not even caring because I'm just enjoying this sunset so much. It's beautiful. Sunset is silly. Yep. That's beautiful. Thank you, Lord, for beauty. You didn't need to do that, but you saw fit to because you love me that much. Hallelujah. All right, I don't know if y'all, let's see, I don't know if you can see me or not, but I'm gonna call it. It's I've got a long day tomorrow and a long few days, so the bite really is probably about to get good, but it never did fire off, so I say about to get good. This is really when I like to be fishing, but got a pretty good trek out, and yeah, I'm gonna go. Anyway, yeah, trying to get content, man, and I'm struggling getting stuff that I feel is worthy content. But I'm gonna have to start putting stuff together and just showing y'all the realities of my outings. Sometimes they're hyper successful, and sometimes they're like tonight, you know, just catch a couple catfish. When I say successful, I mean in that context. to me, they're always successful. I got a beautiful sunset tonight. I got to be out in creation. I got to see snakes and beaver and find the deadhead and stalk some pigs earlier. It's been a successful outing for me. And so I think a part of why I feel like I'm the most blessed man on the planet, because I have success regardless of putting a giant catfish in the boat. So that sunset tonight for me, yeah, that was money. Anywho, I'll probably do an outro when I get to the house and try to put a video together out of this. Man, I hope y'all are blessed, and I hope I can get out of here without ripping the lower unit off my little motor. So we'll talk to y'all soon. Well, this is what it looks like motoring out of here tonight. I do have a flashlight, but it doesn't show me anything. Whenever I turn it on, it just kind of blinds me that much more. So yeah, probably should have trucked on out of here a little earlier, but this is my MO. So I'll be out of here in an hour or two anyway, and if something crazy happens, it's not too far of a hike out to the highway and just hike out. So anyway, that's my view. It's pretty dark.